shout outs to you for deciding not to pick people from your place of pain.
Ooh, chills.
Because to make the list,
Yeah.
to become intentional, to say no, meant that you realize your heart is not fully there, and I will not allow it to be tampered with any further unless this is who God sent for me.
Exactly.
That's huge.
It's
I just
huge.
got there.
I know.
Like a month ago. Like, I just got there. You know what I
No,
mean?
it's a process. It is a process.
Yeah.
And you're so right, because we tend to, and what I realized through therapy and just through continual praying is, as much as it is hard to say, but I attracted that relationship into my life.
100%.
And a lot of the time, I think it's hard for us women to become accountable and to accept that.
Yeah.
But we had a role in it.
Yeah.
Even though, of course, none of us deserve that type of treatment, but we have a role in the pain that we deal with.
100%. It's so interesting you say that, because I had a conversation with a friend about a situationship that I was in, and I said, I take 100% accountability for staying.
Yeah.
And allowing that to go on for as long as it did.
Yeah.
Because as much as it's easy to be like, but he, no,
It's
because you
also
know
but
what?
I.
If I didn't stay there wouldn't be much more tragic stories to tell after the first one.
Exactly.
And I think, wow.
Yes.
This is how you know you're in a different spot.
Yeah.
The accountability of it all, the vulnerability of it all.
Yes.
The patience.
Yes. And so I realized, like, okay, if I know I had a role to play in that relationship, and I know at the time I must have been more insecure, I must have not known enough about myself to attract that, but then to allow it to stay. I need to make sure that I don't have remnants of that in me when I go into choosing this next person. And what I found is, when I look back at, the frogs before we got to the prince, is I was always, attracting people who needed me to, like, feel good about themselves, And it's like, I cannot love you if I'm in a damaged place, and you cannot love me if you're in a damaged place. We cannot be fixing up people.
Yeah.
We can't. We can find you where you are and help you to get to the next place together, but you have to come with a certain level of completion, and so do I.
Yeah. That part.
It's right.
really intentional too, because I also realize, because I'm doing the work now.
Yeah.
I can't even imagine that God would let any man who isn't doing his work come into my orbit.
Exactly. And you know what I realized? I was praying one night, and I was asking God, like, where is he? Where are you going to send him? And I feel like God told me, listen, I have a job to be responsible for you and for him. So I cannot send him to you unless you are ready to also receive him. And are you, listen, I'm praying like, and are you the type of woman that the man you are praying for needs?
Ellie, you just gave me goosebumps. You want to know why? I had that same moment.
See?
That same moment with God.
God be coming.
The same exact moment where it was like, no, okay, I got you, but listen, I need you to do some work. I need you to do some work.
I need you to do some work. And that's when I realized my list, I also had to go and make that list of myself. So I said, okay, I'm going to make a list of what I want in a man. But now that ideal man, what is a list he would make of what he wants in a woman?
Ooh.
And that was when the real work began. Because I had to make that list and be like, am I representative of what's on this list? Some things, yes, but some things, no. And that's when I really had to get to work. I would say that was probably May 2021 that I really
Got intentional.
dived, and was like, okay, I need to show up as her for God to feel safe to put him with me. Because I can't be the only one feeling safe. He has to feel safe
Bars.
too. Girl.
Bars, okay?
Girl.
Like,
right? And I think sometimes we don't think about that.
No.
We think about, I want a man who da-da-da-da. And it's like, yes, but remember, God is a fair and equal God.
yeah.
And you want the blessing, but that man also wants the blessing.
Yeah.
So are you the blessing to him?
And he will not give you his child to mishandle.
Exactly.
He won't give you to him or him to you. So
Exactly.
you both need to do the work.